right, just moments before kickoff, Michigan versus Michigan State. Sam, we look forward to games like this, the rivalry games. Obviously, this is the 5th year of the Jim Harbaugh era. No home team has won. You know Jim takes this game personally. That punt, the botch punt, might live in infamy in his mind forever. But let's talk about today's game. First, we got to focus on this offense versus defense. Where should Patterson and this run game have to do to be successful?
Well, you have pointed to the aspect of the game that has been so much of a defining factor when it comes to who's won. I think it's like 44, 49, some high number like that of the team that's won the rushing battle winning the game. I don't think today will deviate from that convention. I look at Michigan last year against the #1 rush defense in the country. Had a pretty good rushing day. You had about 140 yards by Karan Higgins. They averaged over 3.5 yards a carry against that defense. This year's Michigan State defense isn't as good. They're still stout against the run, but not as stout as last year. Meanwhile, Michigan's run game has been trending up week after week. So, is Michigan going to go all Notre Dame on Michigan State? I don't think so, but I think they'll run the football well enough to really set up some play-action shots. That, to me, will be what turns the game. Can Michigan take advantage of Michigan State where they're most vulnerable, and that's down the field. Look, they used the boxing, the punching reference last year talking about the run game. That really applies. The body blows are the running game. So you hit them to the body, hit them to the body, warm them up there, but you got to take a few haymakers. That's the shots down the field. Josh Amater-Bebe for Illinois last week had that portends good things for Nico Collins in this game. And if not that, certainly this is a press quarters team they're going to face, so you're going to be able to take advantage of safeties and one-on-one coverage. Can Michigan protect long enough to do that? Protection's been pretty good. I think they'll be able to.
All right, let's switch to the defensive side of the football. Hey, listen, I was looking at the stats yesterday. Michigan State's offense is ranked 97th in the country.
They're terrible.
Around 320 yards a game. And a lot of those good yardage games were against bad teams.
Right.
Every time they play a real defense, they struggle. Michigan's defense has been ascending just like the rushing game. They're number 7 in total defense right now. Since the Wisconsin game, this team has gotten better defensively. Where are you seeing the matchup today?
Look, Michigan State is putrid on offense, but this is the Michigan game, so they're gonna find some success. They're gonna look better than they have all season offensively in this game. Any trick plays they've had in their toolkit, they're bringing them out this game. So I guarantee you, the Michigan State offense that we've seen all year is gonna look different in this game. They're gonna look better. That doesn't mean it's a winning effort. They struggle keeping Brian Lewerke clean. He takes a lot of shots. And I'm not just talking about the shots when he's running the football. He ran the football a lot last week. But you saw he took a shot last week and he said, I'm okay. And the coach said I asked him if he's okay, and he sent it back in the game. The doctor said they analyzed him for a concussion, and he said, I don't know who's telling the truth. All I know is the very next play he threw a pick 6. So the reason why I raised that point is getting hits on Brian Lewerke is key. Michigan is a pressure defense that is predicated on stopping the run, and for them, the front 4 being contained guys. So as they're rushing the quarterback, doing so with gap integrity is an extreme key for a team that plays as much man-to-man defense as Michigan does against the mobile quarterback. Because if those defensive linemen aren't paying attention to their rush lane, there's going to be a lot of green pasture. That, to me, is the key to the game. Brian Lewerke's legs, can you keep him corralled? If he becomes a big factor with his legs in this game, the game is closer than a lot of us think it should be. But I think Michigan's defensive line is up to the task.
All right, speaking of how close it should be, the biggest experts at this game is Michigan is 13.5-point favorites. What is it? Why Michigan wins this game, and why do they cover? Where are you seeing this go?
So I think they do cover. And now, whether or not, the question is it going to be 1997 beat down, 2002 beat down?
Bobby Williams?
That's 2002 beat down, or like a lot of people think it could be. Or is it just going to be, like last year?
21-7,
21, or is it going to be like that? You will know early. it boils down to, can Michigan jump on them out the gate? It doesn't necessarily have to be a kick return, but first few possessions, can they get on the scoreboard? A team like this, a game like this, where you're overmatch your opponent, can you take their hope now? Can you take their hope from the kickoff? If you can do that, that's a team that starts doubting themselves really quickly. Their belief factor is pretty low, Josh. I mean, look at them. They're like 3 Michigan State fans here. I mean, their fans don't even believe. Their fans out deer hunting.
They're bad.
Yeah, they're pretty damn bad. But if you let them hang around, if you don't jump on them early, guess what? It'll be a fourth quarter game. So you'll know in the first 3 or 4 possessions what kind of game this is going to be. If Michigan scores a time or 2 in the first 3 or 4 possessions, look for a blowout. If they don't, look for a nail-biting game that'll come down to the very end.
Well, hey, I got Michigan winning big today. We'll see what happens. Look for all our coverage more on the MichiganInsider.com.